Hello, everyone. Herschel here, back again with another negotiations update. There's a lot to review, and a lot of it requires a very specific, detailed explanation. Please look at the written negotiations update for some of that detail. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. The negotiations update first includes one district proposal on Article 13, distance learning. The article proposed by district had a huge number of changes. What was about a page and a half per article in the contract is now 3 or 4 pages with the district's changes. So much that I cannot possibly go over all of it. I'm just going to point out one thing that is causing the FA to be very concerned, and that is something that the district tried about 3 years ago. The district 3 years ago asked for managers to have access to our Canvas shells for accreditation purposes. And we were able to stop that. The district has asked again for managers to have access to Canvas shells whenever necessary. That's the exact words they're using in their proposal. Whenever necessary, which could be any kind of valuation, any kind of issue, anytime it's an accreditation, for any reason a manager says, I believe it's necessary for me to go into your Canvas and see what you're doing. I can safely say the FA is concerned about that. It is a second attempt by the district to have managers enter Canvas shells. So that is something that we are going to look at. Again, the written version of the negotiation update has more about what they're trying to do, but that's the one I wanted to point out as something that we're probably going to have concerns and we're going to need to push back on this. So please put that on your radar. Okay, the FA proposed one new article and two responses. So let's go in this order. We proposed Article 7 salaries. This year, we decided to wait until the May revise. And the reason it didn't go at the end of May was that the May revise wasn't finalized yet in terms of the data we needed. And so we didn't meet the district until last week. So that's the reason why Article 7 is sort of delayed. In the past, we've always proposed it in like January, and the district just flat out reject it, and they keep saying they won't touch it until the May revise. So we're hoping that we get a little more dialogue on the salaries. The data you need to understand how we arrived at this particular salary increase is in the negotiations update, but here it is in sort of general terms. The FA proposed a 7% salary increase. That's the total percentage increase on salaries and appendices. The numbers break down like this. COLA for 26-27 is 4.31%. The student-centered funding formula showed a growth that is being funded by the state at 2.5%. That is a total of 6.81% financial growth for the district. That means by the FA asking for 7% salary increase, it is only 0.19% greater than the incoming funds the district will receive in 26-27. So we feel we are justified in starting with a 7% salary increase. This also aligns with our closest neighboring colleges, Chaffey College, Rio Hondo College, Santiago Canyon College, Los Angeles Community College, who are also already negotiated or are negotiating those percentages for COLA and for the student-centered funding growth formula on their contracts. So we are right in alignment with them. We also responded to two proposals, Article 10N, faculty reassigned time expectancies. The district obviously made everything controlled by them when it came to reassigned time expectancies. The FA pushed back and said that the professor should have a lot more autonomy in some of those expectancies. And it's all linked to a form that's already in the contract, which is Appendix IA. That if those expectancies are outlined in Appendix IA form, then that's what a professor should be expected to follow. So we did offer more clarifying language and alternative language to put the basically the favor back on the faculty rather than on the district. And finally, the one you've probably heard the most about, class size. Article 14, we straight up rejected every single thing in the district's proposal. We returned and emphasized the need for the class size committee. We restated our original position that all classes should be capped at 35 students, and the class size committee would be able to handle exceptions to that, such as classes in non-credit and tutoring center sections that have much higher cap sizes. So we built everything we needed to make the proposal clear and logical, and we re-emphasized the need for equity and parity in this proposal by rejecting everything the district put forward. Now, they didn't ask a lot of questions. There wasn't a lot of dialogue, so I do not know what's in their minds, but that is what we did for Article 14 class size. The next Board of Trustee meeting is this coming Wednesday, July 8th, 2026. I encourage you to come out and show support. I know summers are busy. I know summers are a time where some of you are working, and working 6-week classes is challenging enough as it is. Some of you are not working and maybe don't want to come to campus, but support for negotiations is something that just requires you to be there, standing, wearing a green shirt. You don't have to give a public comment. You don't even have to hold a sign. Now, unfortunately, I won't be there on Wednesday, July 8th. I booked a trip months and months and months before I even knew there was a board meeting. But I will prepare a statement and have somebody read it for me. And I believe the next board meeting in August is going to be probably the one where we'll have the most contentious proposals, because the district will start responding to all our money proposals. And we'll see what they can do and what they come up with. But please put that on your radar as another board meeting that will have very important ramifications for negotiations. So if you're free Wednesday, July 8th, please come to the board meeting. If not, plan on the one in August. And showing support by wearing the green shirt helps the board show what we need and how serious we are about our proposals. All right, that was a brief overview. Thank you for watching. I appreciate everyone's support for negotiations, and I will see you the next update. Thank you.